Hello YouTubes, this is one of my B&O heavyweight passenger coaches I picked up from a train show last year. I used my PA1 AB set to haul them around my track. They look pretty good, except for the big gaps between the coaches, which is not only a bit goofy looking, but also kind of dangerous. So today, I'm going to use something to make bellows, or diaphragms, or connecting corridors, whatever you want to call them today, out of something you've probably got lying about. For today's project, I will be using heat shrink tubing. I bought this set specifically for this size and generally don't use the other sizes. And I have decided that I'm going to be using this particular size for this particular project. But depending on the gap, you could use a fat one, or a fatter one, or even a wee skinny one. So let me show you how this works. Pretty straightforward. We also require some super glue and a pair of your favourite scissors. Let's get started. Oh, I wondered where they were. Now, I've decided I'm going to be using this size, but you will notice there's writing on it, which is great if you need the writing for your heat shrink tubing needs. However, we don't, so let's get rid of that writing with some isopropyl alcohol and a little Q-tip. Wipe it across that. It will break up that printed lettering. No problem at all. It doesn't destroy the heat shrink, it just removes the lettering like so. And it leaves a nice matte finish as well, which is nice. So I'm going to do that with about, let's see, how many will I need? I'm going to need one for each side and a bit along the top. And I'm doing 3 coaches today. So that is 6 sets times 2, it's 12. 12 long ones and lots of wee ones. 6 wee ones, so 12. So that was 12 plus 18. Right, so I need a bit... No, I got that wrong. I need a bunch of these. So let me clean them up and then we'll get started. Now, I do want to clarify, this is not my idea. This idea was actually from Greg Dean, who sent me a whole bunch of locomotives and a pack of these heat shrink tubes. I can't find the actual heat shrink tubes that Greg sent me, but it was his idea, so I just want to clarify that so that I'm not taking credit for someone else's idea. Right, they're all cleaned up, ready to go. Right, let me show you how we're going to do this. So we need a little length of tubing along the top and one at each side. However, that looks silly, doesn't it? So how about, and again, this was not my idea, if we cut this at an angle of 45 degrees, say there, not rocket surgery, that will sit along there, right at the corner there, and then the other 2 sections also with 45-degree cuts to make it look a bit more cohesive. I'm full of the big words today. So let's say we want it cut there, also at 45 degrees. Now you'll notice when you cut these that it doesn't cut perfectly straight, or at least not for me, so you want to trim that wee bit off, make it a bit more perfectish, right? Let's check that for size, but I'm not going to stick this on yet, because if it's right, or once it's correct, whoops, once it's the correct size, we're going to use this one as a template. So I think that's going to be just about right. Okay. Yeah. So I will make another 6, another 5. Actually, no, we only need another 4, because we don't need one at the back. So let me replicate that. 5, actually I'll do 6 anyway, because, you know, mistakes happen. And I'll bring you back when we're ready to stick the first one on. Roof section ready, or top section ready. Let's get a slither of glue along the top like so. Probably best to use tweezers for this. Let's see if we can position that as best we can. Right in the middle. Nice and level. Needs to go over that way a wee shade. Not bad there, not bad there. Oh, maybe this way a wee bit. You've only got a limited amount of time to get this right, because that glue will set fairly quickly. Excellent. Oh, no, I've gone too far. Oh, I'm messing it up. Oh, no, no, calm down, calm down. Right, just that way, and then bring it down that way a wee bit. And then this way. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, apparently you get longer than I thought. In fact, you get loads of time. In fact, maybe it'll never stick. Problem is, it looks different from what I see and what you see. And I keep comparing it to the camera instead of just looking at it. So I am going to stop right there. And we're going to let that set, okay? So I'll take this away. I'll bring in my longer pieces and I'll get them all cut to size and shape, alright? Our top section should be glued in place. Yes, it is. So now, one of these on either side. Now, this can be a wee bit tricky to line up because we want them nice and straight, but also parallel. I don't know why I'm doing this just now. I'm just doing a kind of test fit. So it's going to go roughly there. I know it's not lining up perfectly, but it's okay. Perfection is the enemy of done. So, squidgy glue. Stick this in place. Looks pretty reasonable. Don't worry about that wee gap at the roof. You're only seeing that because you're zoomed away in. Trust me, it'll be fine, look. Especially when it's moving. So let's try and get the other one on while we're here. Okay. Hopefully we can do this without touching or disturbing the other side. Something like that. Not quite straight. Move that across. Oh, 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 I forgot the coupler getting in the way. There and there. That's actually pretty good. We could try and squeeze them a wee bit at the top. I think if I was to do this again, which I will be doing again, I'll probably remove the coupler just so that it's not going to get in the way. So I'll set that aside. But as you can see, even from that distance, it looks pretty good. You don't really notice the gaps at the top. And we can always trim the bottom section a little bit if we do think it's going to get caught on the coupler. So I will go and do all the rest, and I'll see when they're done and the glue's set. That's my 3 coaches now with their bellows slash diaphragms slash corridor rubbery tube things. What do they look like together? Yes, I know I've still got horn hooks in these, but hey, they work. So it's going to couple roughly there. And a good thing about using the heat shrink tubing is they're squishy, so they can actually touch each other without, hopefully, without derailing them. Let's get them on the track for a little parade lap. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.